welcome back. This is 2016, but before we get back to business in 2016, let's take a look at the last year. This is my top 25 anime in 2015. And the way I'm ranking this is that I'm ranking on the quality of the anime plus my own personal enjoyment. And for them to qualify in this list, the anime would have to finish in 2015. And I'm not going to include Split Curse or the 4 leftovers because I don't really count those as completed. So firstly, let's get some honorable mentions out of the way for animes that didn't make onto this list for one way or another.
Firstly, Gate, Snow White with the red hair, God Eater, Gundam Iron-Blooded Orphans, The Asterix War, Otsumatsu-san, and Haikyuu Season 2. They all have a second half waiting to finish it off, so it's not completed. For the reason, these are not on my list.
And also, I have to apologize to these animes as I never got to around watching them. So, here are some blind honorable mentions.
Overlord, Island Senki, Yawn of the Dawn, The 7 Deadly Sins, Parasite the Maximin, and Shirobako. In fact, those were probably in most people's lists, and it's funny, the majority of these anime came out in 2014, but finished in 2015.
With that all said and done, let's begin this countdown at number 25.
An unexpected harem show that was surprisingly entertaining and clever. That's right, beginning this list is Showman Sample. Having a main character who is a boy go to an all-girl prestigious school and teach them the ways of a commoner sets up into a clever and hilarious ways for a guy to be able to troll and have fun with these girls. And he is so self-aware and so lucky in the situation he's been put in. At 24 is Castletown Dandelion, a light-hearted comedy anyone can enjoy with a full cast of likable characters and all with the same goal, that is, to become king. And each character has a different unique personality as well as superpowers, which leads them to do some cute and funny things. Also, main character Akane is my top 3 best girl on my list. Himoto Umaru-chan takes the 23rd spot. Who cares about the story and character development? Himoto Umaru-chan simply entertains you with his relatable writing and humor. He doesn't need fan service to keep your eye on screen. You just want to see entertaining skits by the main character, even though she can remind you of an annoying person you may know. Next on this list is Rokka, Brave with the 6 Flowers. Let's gather 6 heroes and go on an adventure to defeat the demon god. How about a change in the storyline that there was supposed to be 6 heroes, but there is 7 heroes, and this is now a mystery thriller on who the fake hero is. With each character having their own unique motives and abilities, this show has an interesting premise with some nice action scenes for each character. Let's forget about the last few episodes and appreciate the first half of Gangsta. Interesting and a mature setting with a very engaging backstory for our main characters is what made Gangsta so fun and enjoyable to watch as it was airing. The music, the atmosphere is so nice as well. Sure, it may have dropped in story, with Manglobe out of business, it's unlikely that we'll see a second season, but that first half was definitely one of the best during the summer season, and good enough for the 21st spot. Starting the top 20 is the spiritual successor to Angel Beats, Charlotte. Despite some story pacing problems, at least Charlotte provided us with some fun and unique concept that isn't explored that much on what happens to those with actual superpowers. With an interesting protagonist, Charlotte was a very fun watch to see the trial and tribulations of Yu, as he learns how to help those and be less of a prick while also learning he needs those near him as well. Now, I haven't seen the original, but I can say I really enjoyed this prequel. At 19 is Young Blackjack. Young Blackjack tells a story about a medical student whose aim is to become a licensed doctor. As he takes us through this journey through corruption and historical events, he keeps insisting on performing surgeries as long as he's able to save a life. He doesn't care if he puts his eligibility to become an actual doctor on the line. Beautiful Bones Sakurako's investigation takes the number 18 spot. To be honest, this reminded me of a drama show I actually used to watch, Bones. With one of the most gorgeous transformation scenes of the year and interesting mystery cases for our characters to solve, the early episodes of Beautiful Bones was a very engaging thriller ride. For an anime that is kind of predictable with each episode, but gave us a lot of enjoyable moments, Good enough for a second season is Assassination Classroom at number 17. As we watch Class 3E try to kill their teacher Koro Sensei, they brought up a lot of touching and enjoyable life lessons. The music's fun to listen to, there's a lot of plot progression, but it's obviously setting up for season 2. The comedy is funny and surprisingly lighthearted. Also, it was awesome to see cool creative assassination attempts. Plastic Memories takes the 60th spot on this list. This anime touched on the subject on what happens when your life has a time limit, how would you spend it, and tells a cute romance story about a human and an android. Mixing in comedy moments with emotional moments made this anime surprisingly fun and touching to watch. It worked out somehow. Everyone's favourite perverted terrorists are taking over the number 15 spot. Get a world where everything is perverted and is illegal, you have yourself a fun and ridiculous concept in Shimoneta. With a cast of fun and likable characters doing funny and ridiculous things to bring back perversion in Japan, and gave us a simple yet engaging catchy dance for its ending song. The show knows how ridiculous it is and makes it funnier with its ridiculous censoring. Unfortunately, the next anime is double of what it could have been. At 14 is Yamada-kun and the 7 Witches. This is a nice take on the harem series, as our main character's job, Yamada, is to kiss every witch he finds, and with a cast of characters that are completely fine with kissing each other, at least there's some hilarious and funny moments, and with a nice little romance story in it, you wonder how everything is going to turn out okay. At number 13, we have The Perfect Insider. Talk about an anime that really makes you think hard. Perfect Insider tells a story about a group of people solving a murder that seems too suspicious that there is a darker meaning behind it. Through science and logic, there's a lot of thought that has to be processed to figure out what is going on until the very end. With its empty atmosphere and music, it really made you feel like you were part of the mystery because you don't know what is going on as well with them. Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works makes it to my number 12 spot. Possibly and easily one of the best animated shows ever, Euphonium shows us what they can do with a television budget, making us some of the most stunning and gorgeous action scenes ever. With a story that had a better focus on some characters, lead to some of the very interesting clashes and twists in the whole entire show. The presentation is completely top notch, having some of the best animations and soundtracks in the anime. Just missing out the top 10 is my summer season runner-up, Prison School. Probably one of the funniest, if not the funniest anime of the year. Prison School knows what it is and uses comedy brilliantly. With completely over-the-top dramatization and writing, the show can make you laugh and enjoy as you watch the characters try to escape and prove their innocence while spending their time in a school prison. With zany over-the-top characters, it's obvious this show doesn't need to be taken too seriously. Beginning in the top 10 is one of my favorites from the fall season, and that is Chivalry of a Failed Knight. Now initially, this anime may start out as kind of generic, but it is self-aware of its cliches and uses them for clever writing and comedic timing. The story is about aiming to the top while also having a romance story in it that helps it stand out from other series similar to it. Not to mention, I think the action scenes can rival Unlimited Blade Works this year. The art style during some sequence is nice, and let's not forget that I rated its opening my favorite opening of the year. Probably my favorite romance story of the year takes the number 9 spot. My love story strays from a different direction that most romance stories go for. Instead of being about if two characters were made for one another, the plot takes two completely different characters and puts them in a relationship which they build on while helping others from what they have learned from their relationship. It's a cute and fun story that really puts you at ease because the gimmick works really well. At my lucky number 8, Blockade Battlefront is the next anime on this list. This anime hands down has the best soundtrack of 2015. The jazz and classical tracks fit it so well in this alternative reality of New York. The setting and characters really add a lot of life to this anime. There's some incredible animated sequences paired up with, once again, incredible soundtrack. This is one of the best anime of the year, just for the soundtrack alone. Oh yeah, the ending song is probably one of the best and catchiest ending song of all time. My top anime of summer season gets the 7th spot on this list, which is School Life. A story about hope with characters dealing with an apocalypse setting makes it one of the most heartwarming animes of the year. With a cast of likable characters and intense moments, School Life draws you from its very first episode, Twist, which was probably one of the best episodes of the year. The anime uses art style cleverly and all the characters play an important role in the story. There are a lot of touching scenes and a lot of intense scenes which this anime really excels at. And also, Kurumi is also the top 3 best girl on my list. Everybody, put your hands up for our number 6, Death Parade. Death Parade individual episodes about characters having to play games with their lives on the line set themselves up for a very intense and psychological premise. It pushed those to do unthinkable things to see if they were really a good person inside. The anime really made you think if you were really satisfied with your life or not. The animation was top notch while also giving us an incredible scene which was one of the best of the year. But the main thing Death Parade did was made you really think, and in a good way. And let's not forget how epic amazing the opening is. One Punch Man begins the top 5, and I've probably already gotten many flaks for not putting this as number 1. One Punch Man is probably the epitome of fun anime to watch. The whole show is just hype from its opening, to its story, to the characters, and to the action scenes, and straight to its previews. The show has clever comedy and is fully aware of itself, and uses them very well. One Punch Man deserves its hype for just being really fun anime. As we watch Saitama, who is possibly the strongest hero in the world, just try to reach the top title he deserves, that everyone rejects him of. I can see why One Punch Man has such a huge appeal, because it's probably the anime with the most fun of the year for most people. If there was an anime I enjoyed in the fall season a lot more than One Punch Man, it is Noragami Arigato. The second season of Noragami brought us back the adventures of Yato, Hiyori, and Yukine, as Yato tries to become an actual god and major developments of all characters. With interesting arcs and supporting characters, the show made you really care for each individual characters and their problems. The comedy is still around with such good timing, but the serious tones in the show is what kept it a really moving show. Watching how the relationship between the 3 main characters play out can really hit you in the feels. Starting the top 3 at 3rd place is Sound Euphonium. If there's a common theme with my top 3 is that they all gonna have incredible soundtracks. Sound Euphonium really is a surprise this year, and it was funny enough a good anime to make it into my top 3. With gorgeous cute girl animation characters, this show had a really great and realistic plot that goes along with it. A plot with characters actually playing music and wanting to get better and aim to the top, while dealing with their own individual problems as well. The pieces the characters play is nice to listen to as well, as we can clearly see which character is putting more effort than the others. The relationship between Kimiko and Reina is one of the most fun to watch this year, and it was good enough to warrant a second season. Sound Euphonium won the most and probably the most surprising best anime of the year. The runner-up for anime of the year is Your Lie in April. Now I know this anime started in 2014, but it finished its run in 2015. Your Lie in April is just amazing, from its story to its musical performances and its art. Telling us a heartfelt story about a young pianist coming of age story, with every character playing an important role in the plot. It is one of the best stories and most compelling stories of the year, with an ending that either sent you in the field trip or just made you feel extremely satisfied behind its meaning. Of course, the anime shines the most during the musical performances. The animation was just drop dead gorgeous and had so much meaning behind it. It was simply a work of art that just added to the amazing classical piece the characters were all playing. And my number 1 anime of 2015 goes to Food Wars Shokugeki no Soma. It was extremely hard picking my favorite anime of 2015, with so many close contenders, but if there was one anime that I was hyped up for more than One Punch Man, and had a huge cast of likable and developed characters, that was Shokugeki no Soma. Shokugeki mixed food porn with intense tournament style cook-offs and creative dishes that made one the most enjoyable anime to watch. Not to mention, Shokugeki no Soma had really good music to go with it, giving us some of my favorite tracks I can listen to on its own, from cook-offs to intense tasting scenes. Also, the cast of characters are just fun to cheer for, as they are all very likable and all have a good development in them. Another story about aiming to the top may not be the most creative, but it does set up to be exciting because it's just hype. This anime is so good that it's getting a second season, and I cannot wait until the day it comes out. Shokugeki no Soma, congratulations, you are my top anime of 2015.
Well, that is it for my top 25 anime of 2015. Feel free to comment down your favorite picks of 2015 in the comments below if you feel like it. And if you do like the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you don't, give it a thumbs down. If you haven't followed, go watch another video. With that all said and done, sayonara, and let's have a good year of anime for 2016.